All right, everybody, it is Friday. Happy Friday. It is Freaky Friday, daily contest time. Kevin Lindsay here, Golden Tee Lounge. You are looking at the Superscore 2007 Freaky Friday contest. So some of our favorite creations from Golden Tee Live's second iteration of Live 2007. And of course, no better way to kick things off than Glacier Ranch Hole 9 that I'm most likely going to put right in the water for all of you to see to kick things off here. But let's take a look at our leaderboard here. $4,213 in the prize pool for today's Freaky Friday contest. Also, shout out to Portillo's Vanilla Shakes. I forgot how large their large really is. So we're going to be hopped up on sugar for this stream. 38 under with Evan Gossett in first place right now. Joe Massar 38 as well. So looks like par is probably about 35, 36 range. So let's get things started. See how we do. As always, you guys have until 1 a.m. Central Standard or Central Daylight Time CDT, which is about 8 hours left to go. So let's kick things off and see how we do. I do have two build-a-bag sets ready. I have one with the Zero Hybrid just in case. I know there are a few holes from the 2007 courses that I can remember off the top of my head that a Zero Hybrid is useful. I just can't remember if they're the ones that Adam Kramer has put in to this week's Freaky Friday. So I will do my best to give you guys the best tips ever. I can tell you for sure I love this par 5. This is hole 2 of Palm Springs. Nice little par 5 here. Thank goodness for Golden Tees and giving us the ability to just crush right on over that second sand bunker, because back in the day before Gold Tees, this hole wasn't as always as fun as it is now. But it's par 5, which means it's nice, straightforward eagle opportunity for all of you. As you can see by my t-shirt, this is the Golden Tee 2019 World Championship t-shirt that you can purchase at the Orleans Hotel and Casino next Friday. We are officially 7 days out from the start of the 2019 Golden Tee World Championship. 2 qualifying spots are on the line. That means 2 qualifiers from closest to the pin will realize their dream and get the final 2 qualifying spots in our competition. So fun and exciting stuff going on. We have a lot planned over the next week. We fly out to Vegas on Wednesday as the IT team, so just a lot of fun and exciting long days ahead, but very well worth it for the fun and excitement of the World Championship. If you have been living under a rock or have not been watching my live streams this week, ESPN, we are going to have a 30-minute highlight show sometime in the summer on ESPN for the 2019 Golden Tee World Championship show. So just another reason for you to get out there. I think I was doing with the math with some of the players out there. There is 65 players that are quote-unquote signed up for closest to the pin and confirmed that they have a flight out to Vegas. So you are looking at potentially 75, if not 100 players vying for those final 2 qualifying spots at the World Championship, which is just amazing and is so fun, and I actually is going to make me sad that I cannot be a part of it to actually compete against you guys, because it just is going to be so much fun. So hole 3 is Rustic Bridge number 5. I am going to play things safe and move my 6-wood back, and we are just going to tee it right around these trees. Don't want to get too fancy. I would love to get on the green, which isn't going to happen, but I'm absolutely okay with the little chip up for eagle. If I know Adam Kramer as well as I think I do, this means that you're going to have par 5s and all drivable par 4s as part of this contest. As you can see here, Indigo Mound, hole 8. Interesting little setup here. See if our IT6 wood can get on over there and stick the green. Perfect. So Corey Neely, there is no official sign-ups. You can't technically sign up for closest to the pin until the doors open at 5 o'clock PDT, Pacific Daylight Savings Time, in Las Vegas. But there is a thread on Golden Tee Fans Facebook group of players saying, hey, we're going to be there. We are vying for that spot. So feel free to go to the Golden Tee Fan group on Facebook. There's a thread, I think, by either Bob Squibbis, who is in real life Danny Boy Beal, or Stephen Kramer. I can't remember who has the thread. But get over there. Get quote-unquote signed up. It actually just makes things easier for our team next week, and just makes things even more exciting. I think I got unfortunate little hit there. I think I barely clipped that tree. Yeah, I got some tree love and did not get a favorable bounce. So we're going to be chipping in for eagle. Oh, that is so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I highly recommend putting from the green for eagle, but if you could do, if you could chip like that out of the sand, might as well go for it. It's nice and hot in the Golden Tee Lounge today, so this brand new t-shirt is about to get pit stains galore, but all good. Hole 6, Glacier Ranch, hole number 8, fun little par 5. Sometimes a lap spot is here. There's a nice little mound there of fairway. Might actually be the way to go here. I do not use this very often, but we are farther to the right of the tee box than normal. Usually, and when Glacier Ranch was Classic Course of the Week last week, normally my shot is just going spinny A1 out and around, avoiding those trees on the left, avoiding the trees on the right, and having a nice little shot at it. But we're going to play things safe here, or at least what I'm going to consider somewhat safe. I really got to be careful of these trees. I'm not high tee. Oh shoot, I did not mean to high tee a 6 wood, did I? No, I definitely did not mean to hit the 6 wood, but that's alright. So the one thing to notice, because I got the drop spot, what I was trying to do was land here. You're not going to have a straight look at the shot, but you can take a 6 wood or 5 wood to get comfortably up there. I'm going to, well, we've already went in the water once. What's the difference? We'll see if the 5 wood gets up there. And if I hit it a little bit harder, the 5 wood gets up there without a problem. So that should be good. And hey, look at nice little chip to save myself the birdie. Jack Donnelly, thank you for calling me beautiful, my friend. Good to see you or hear from you, whatever I guess you'd call this. Treese Lindsay, who happens to be my mother, thank you for joining on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Palm Springs, hole 9, also a hole that I like to always just do a spinny A1 and usually get through this fence and avoid the trees. Not the case today, but we're just gonna wing it here and see what we could do. Again, if you guys are just joining us, we normally play 3 to 5 games of the daily contest, whether it's Monday Mix-Up, Throwback Thursday, or Freaky Friday. So this is just game 1, and I have not played yet today. Usually like to come into these streams with fresh eyes because, I mean, you guys out there know that not everybody is perfect at Golden Tee, so I'm a wonderful example of that. Hole 8 is Indigo Mound 14. Pretty straightforward par 5 here. Back in the day, this was a little bit harder because you didn't necessarily have the nice 6 and 8 wood, but we're just going to use a 5 here. Completely take the water out of play. Maybe get some great shot points there. Oh yeah. Oh, just kidding. Should have been great shot points. Say hello to 6 feet no shotties. It's already starting, and we're just getting started here. But as you can see, 14 under after 8 holes, and that is with a few mistakes here and there. So par is going to end up being 36. A little bit of a harder look here from hole 9, which is Rustic 11. This is a sometimes drivable par 4. So let's see if we can make some things happen here. I'm going to tee a 3 wood. I'm going to try to get around those trees, but no, I ended up catching them. which is going to make the approach shot actually not too bad. We can just take our rusty trusty 5 hybrid and just, well, I hit the trees and it flew right through the trees as if I didn't hit them. So not the shot we wanted to end the front 9, but that 5 hybrid coming in clutch for that par save. So we'll definitely have to work on hole 9. I don't really know if there's too many people that are actually driving that. Most likely not going to be the case. You might be able to do a high 3-wood. Still going to be a tricky shot because those trees are so close to the tee box. Hole 10 is Moose Landing number 9. Pretty clean look here for a somewhat difficult par 5. Even with that 12-mile-an-hour wind, though, just kind of blows right on through. Thank you, Jack, and my mother for the compliments on me. I always appreciate it. Chad Hart, Guy Donaldson, thank you for joining. Surprised we don't have any of our friends, for our usual suspects from YouTube and Twitch. Hopefully those guys get a chance to join in soon. Hole 11 is a par 5. You're looking at Glacier Ranch 17. Anytime you can get a wind blowing out to the left, even if it's in your face a little bit, it's perfect for this Glacier 17 because it allows you to just go right out, avoid those trees. You're not always going to end up with a straight look at the pin. I think we should be okay. Yeah, no offset there. And this is going to give us a nice clean look at hopefully an eagle putt here.
Are you kidding me?
Down 7, always remember on down 5s or more to pull your trackball back to the sea. It helps slow the rollers and the trackball down a little bit just to help hopefully slow that ball down. Not always a guarantee. You've definitely seen some rollovers of my shots even with that on there, but that's all right. Fun story, if you haven't had a chance to see it yet or haven't heard of it, go to golf.com. There's a nice article about Andy Pope. He's actually playing in the U.S. Open. He's a Golden Tee player, member of this community, and a friend of the program. Got a nice little shout out from Joe Buck and some of those other guys during a nice little run he had yesterday. Not sure, haven't had a chance to check out his playing today, but hopefully he's doing well. But anytime one of you guys can help bring some love and recognition to Golden Tee, we always appreciate it. So golf.com is going to be where you'll find that article on Andy Pope, and hopefully we're hearing more about him throughout the weekend. And of course, we'll bring you some news and reports as we get them on Golden Tee's social media. Hole 12, Palm Springs number 7. I'm going to high tee a 6-iron with super spin. Because I'm using the super spin clubs, I am going to get a little bit of a backspin. So that's why I'm switching to bite. And that includes with the high tee. So using the high tee to just clear that house, take it completely out of the equation. I know sometimes when we've seen this hole in other Freaky Friday contests, we've had a closer look at it with it being closer to the house. Thankfully, this is far enough out, you can just smash that 6-iron and not worry about the house roof at all. Kyle Davidson, thank you from the St. Pete crew. Thanks for joining. Hopefully, you guys are going to be heading out to Las Vegas next week for the World Championship. If not, we understand and appreciate you anyways. But our live stream is going to kick off around 6 p.m. next Friday from Las Vegas. And we are looking at hole 13, which is normally rustic 15. Fun hole that I know this is almost had to be Adam Kramer's second favorite hole in Golden Tee Live history. The plan here is to sometimes, and this is actually why I will probably switch to the Zero Hybrid club set. The plan is to usually take a 3-wood or a 10.5 degree driver, just lay your shot up right before this little path. And because the Zero Hybrid is a hybrid and it's a lower loft club, it helps you get to the green and hopefully avoid those trees. Actually, let's see. I think my 3 hybrid is still going to clip the tree, so we'll just do 3 wood with backspin, and hopefully, now we cleared or clipped too many trees, so probably have to lay a little bit farther back once we put the Zero Hybrid in our bag. That way, this is actually the perfect hole, and I completely forgot this was a 2007 course. But putting that Zero Hybrid in will allow us to lay up farther away from that cart path and then have a nice zero hybrid, maybe clip the cart path and putting in for pretty simple eagle. Hole 14, Indigo Mound, hole 4. Usually you see this earlier on in Freaky Fridays, or of course as hole 5 you'll see it early on in a Monday mix-up or Throwback Thursday. So not always dealing with a 15-mile-an-hour wind, but shouldn't be too bad for our 8-wood. Just going to put a little cut on it. That 15-mile-an-hour wind is going to kick it pretty fast. Oh, that was a beautiful shot. I will absolutely enjoy those great shot points and the nice little 2-foot putt in for eagle. Michael Lovejoy, I can't remember if I said hi to you, but thank you for joining us, friend. It is fun to start establishing, you know, I know a lot of you guys from the tournaments, but now that we're doing more of these live streams a week, it is always fun for you guys to join in and take some time out of your busy days to join us. So hole 15, Moose Landing 15, definitely a Golden Tee hole that I could live without. We are going to take a 9.5-degree driver. Try to hit that softly, but that clearly did not happen. This is going to be okay because we're going to end up dry. But you have to be careful because if you hit this slope the wrong way, you could really mess yourself up. We're going to have some fun, and we're just going to putt off of this. There was no way I was making that chip, so. Earl, thank you for joining us on Facebook as well. Hole 16, this is going to be another perfect example of where the zero hybrid might come into play. This is hole 18 of Glacier Ranch. Is this hole 18 of Glacier Ranch? I don't know. This supposedly is hole 18 of Glacier Ranch, but I might just be confused here. But that's okay. So what we are going to do, let's think about this. All right, sorry, I need to get some water refreshments in, but let's see. I think this is actually the best play. We are going to take a 5-wood through that gap of trees. It gets low enough underneath the tree branches. We just need to hit it a little bit harder. I was a little nervous. So instead of going in the water on the tee shot, we'll just go ahead and go in the water in the follow-up shot. Unless it stops. Oh, look at that. What a friend. Nice little, it's not technically an ultra shot, but I'll call it an ultra shot. Saving par on that hole, but actually the 5-wood around those trees or through that little gap actually is going to be the best play for us. Palm Springs, hole 16. Very good setup here. Just go ahead and power through with the C3. Actually, didn't mean to be in the rough, but it's going to help me out because there's a down 4 right 5 with that 9-mile-an-hour wind. So it means I'm going to hit the green. Well, actually, I got more backspin than you typically should, which is why you always have to be careful with the super spin clubs. A normal club would not get as much spin, and it would actually kind of hop 1 or 2 times down the green and play that downslope. You have to think about that a bit more for the next game. And then, of course, Indigo Mound, hole 18 to close things off here. Not a bad setup. We are going to just try to cut around. Nice 9.5-degree driver, actually a really good shot. So see how I pulled back to the right of the B, hit it out to the right of the 2, and it kind of cut into that wind. That's what you're going to want to do for 18. But 36 unders par, but again, this is we're just getting started here, Freaky Friday. A par on hole 9 because of a water ball and a couple of birdies across the board. So we are on our way to hitting some good scores. This is the Superscore 2007, some of our favorite creations from Golden Tee Live's second year of 2007. Before I forget, I'm actually very proud of myself for remembering to switch over to my Zero Hybrid bag because it's drivable par 4s and par 5s. Not going to worry too much about only having a pitching wedge. Oh, shoot. I forget. I need to actually change that in my... I changed it to a pitching wedge for one of the events a few weeks ago, and I keep forgetting to change it back because it's not a bag set that I normally use. So we are going to go ahead and jump into our little GT Caddy mobile app and get that fixed before I forget. And as always, you know, if you guys have questions on the bag that I'm using, feel free to shoot them out here or shoot me a message on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter. Let's get things switched over so we have the Zero Hybrid in our bag. And we want the Super Spin Gap Wedge because we don't do anything unless it's Super Spin. And then we are good to go. So, not going to have that club for the Gap Wedge for this contest. Hopefully we won't need it, but definitely something that I'm putting in there for future contests. We're not in the water, so I'm okay with that. But anytime I'm not chipping would be better. So, but still, we kick things off Glacier Ranch hole 9 with a nice little eagle. Palm Springs number 2. Nice little setup here for the par 5. High tee, just blow right past those bunkers. Should have a nice little 6-wood or a 5 hybrid, or excuse me, 8-wood. Nine-mile-an-hour wind doesn't seem like much for a hole 2, but as you can see, it definitely will catch your ball pretty quickly with that, especially using those 6 and the 8-wood. Chris, there is no prepping when it comes to Golden Tee streams because it's live and it's unscripted, and then I talk and I miss my shot. So if that doesn't go in the water, I'd be happy. I just missed the trackball while I was talking. Oh, look at that. Shout out to the Fringe for the nice little kick to the right because I sure as heck did not chip that good with my 5 hybrid. Hole 4, Indigo number 8. We're going to high tee this. We high teed the 6-wood last time without a problem. Just need to make sure that we get that a little bit farther out to the right. Didn't really accomplish that there, but still, nice little 10-yard putt for eagle. Let's take a look at leaderboard scores. See if there's been any changes over the last 20 minutes. Evan Gossett's still in first with a 38. Some handful, 37 under. So, going to be a fun little setup. I hit the 3-wood last time. It didn't work. Clipped the last tree right before the green on Moose Landing number 2. Which I don't actually know if this is. I haven't played Moose Landing in forever. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to ignore that tree. And we're going to use a medium 5. Think that we should have probably went with the high 5. That also should have ended up in the bunker, but shout out to my grabber for doing as it does and grabbing onto that little patch of rough. I mean, I still have no idea how that stayed up there, but much appreciated, my friend. All right, this time we are going to hit a high 5-wood to this little landing spot. Doesn't really matter where you end up or how close to the wall you are because, well, unless you go too far out. I should just stop talking until my shot actually happens. Now this shot is actually not bad. We just didn't give it enough strength, enough power last time. Well, also I went in the water, but, you know, we don't need to talk about that. Important thing is, not going to be super easy approaches on some of these holes, but it's not going to be too bad either. All right, we are going to just go ahead. There's also a layup spot here. Number 7 is normally Palm Springs 9. There's a nice little layup here in this, this grass-filled park. I don't know why I can't swing set area. I can't think of the word. I'm just losing it on Friday. But I'm going to just go ahead and hit an A1, and then look at that. Oh, look at that. That shout out to that tree, the fence pole, and then the tree again, because the first time I hit this big tree, that time I hit the tree, hit the fence, and then just boom. And look at that. We're approaching hole 7. Nice little 5-wood out of the sand for eagle. That actually has some good potential out of that rough for that second shot double eagle opportunity. Might be coming up in one of our later games. Hole 8 is indigo 14. Pretty simple setup here. Just go ahead and take that driver, hit it forward. Don't need to get too crazy with it. Gives you a nice 5-wood with backspin. A little bit of an elevation change. It kind of goes up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Actually is to your advantage when hitting that 5-wood, because you're going to hit the green. If you're using grabbers, in my case, it's going to hit the green for backspin and then roll up a little bit farther than normal. If anybody has actually driven this hole, please feel free to let me know. I'm going to try it. I really don't think the 3-wood gets over this tree here, this little gap. But we'll try it. Yeah, I just super Invisileaf City there. But it gives me a clear layup spot. Yeah, so I definitely hit the first tree. The second tree was super Invisileaf, but I didn't end up in the water, so I'll forgive the art team. But I won't forgive them for what just happened, which has nothing to do with them. I just happened to hit the green right after the fringe, so my shot just punched right back. So not bad. 18 par for the front. 9 is going to be very difficult to land in 1 for eagle. So I'm going to consider myself clean through the front 9. And I would love for somebody to send me the YouTube shot of them getting on the green for eagle to prove me otherwise. Hole 10, Moose Landing, number 9. Same as before. Nice little clean shot. 6-wood. Maybe even a 5 if you want to get real close. Be careful that down 7. I hit that way too hard for a down 7, but that's all right. Hole number 11, Glacier 17. Again, beautiful setup. Just crush a C3. Get it out there to the right as far as possible. Let that thing blow to the left. Not going to set us up straight at the hole like last time, but I will just use my Zero Hybrid since I have it, and I will just hopefully get some turn to the right. And that's actually a very, very nice shot for me. Getting a little cute with my putts. I need to make sure, especially on those downslope greens, make sure that you are hitting the dead center of the cup to lessen the chance of a rollover. Hole 12, this is Palm Springs number 7. Again, just like last time, we're going to hit a high 6-wood with bite. Hit it a little bit harder than last time, see if we can get that closer to the hole. That actually would have been perfect with no spin, but I am definitely not good enough to just go without hitting spin on any of my shots. Full disclosure there. Don't mind admitting that at all. 23 after 12 bombs though. Eagle on every shot. Hole 13, a par 5, rustic bridge, number 15. We put the Zero Hybrid in our bag specifically for this shot. When we laid up here, right in front of the path, or the beginning of the path, it was a little too close. So we're just going to go ahead and use the 3-wood. Maybe get a tree assist. It actually is perfect. Hopefully not too far back. No, this is perfect. It's going to offset you, but that should not be a problem because we can pull back to the right of the B, hit it out to the left of the 2, and the wind will almost offset itself. This could go in. Oh, come on. I'll take the great shot points, but that had a nice chance. We're going to actually watch the replay because that was pretty slick. But see how that zero hybrid is such a low lofted club? Perfect to lay up farther back from the cart path and just wham right at it. Hole 14, going to be Indigo Mound, hole 5. Nice little 8 wood. Not too crazy of a shot here. You just got to make sure you hit the green, which, go figure, I'm playing perfectly. And, well, I didn't hit the green. I really thought I was going to get wet on a silly shot. It didn't. Not going to make the chip, but honestly, I could care less about that. I'll take the birdie. I'm okay with that. Hole 15 is going to require a little massaging. I'm going to move my 3-wood tee back. The 10.5 degree driver went a little bit farther than planned, so we are just going to go ahead and do a C2.5, and that actually somehow went farther left than my previous shot, so that's probably getting wet. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that P wedge, not going to be much help here. 6 iron just comes in a little too hot. So, hole 15, that was just a bad putt. Hole 15 is definitely going to be a hole to look out. Maybe not a full pullback to the 3. This was a hole that the 5 wood was actually very useful. Just hit it too soft. So I'm going to move it so I'm looking dead straight at the tree. That way when I pull back and hit out to the left, I'm going to help avoid hitting that said tree. Now the one thing you got to be careful of, which I clearly did not plan for, is I did not go out far enough to the left. So I ended up, that 5 wood is such a high lofted club, I ended up hitting the tree. Somehow my 5 hybrid chip actually went dead left. Not sure how that was even possible, but this is going to roll over in the water. Wow, it didn't. So, a few holes to look out there for. Let's just be happy that there are no par 3s in the Superscore contest, because I'd much rather have hole, what is this, 16 of Palm Springs than hole 17, that awful par 3 that is just such an offset shot. Don't know what to do with myself sometimes on that one. I'm going to just play a nice little clean 8 wood, probably way too soft. So we're going to play the chip away game. Well, look at that. Somehow was able to make that nice little chip in. So hopefully we can shoot a beautiful shot here on hole 18 of Indigo like we did in game 1 and get an eagle. Or this goes in. Oh, come on. I take the shot points, but man, hole in 1 would have been so good. Helped make me feel a little bit more redeemed than I do. Couple of pars in there to replace some of the birdies that we knocked off the board, but not bad. 30 under for a 36 par course, and that's only game 2. So if you're just joining us, you just are seeing the tail end of game 2 of this week's Freaky Friday, the Superscore 2007. $4,213 in the prize pool this week. 36 under par. 238s at the top, competing for that top prize of $340. See, today put our G wedge in there. Boom, we are back in business. So I've got my updated Build-A-Bag bag. Looks like we're going to be chipping again from this hole. Just kidding, we're actually going straight in the water. So there we go. Didn't look at the G wedge that I was chipping with. So we're just going to pretend like hole 1 never happened. Temptation just quit that game and start over. So great. But we're going to make the most out of it. You're looking at Palm Springs hole 2. Nice little 9 wood, or excuse me, 8 wood with the 9-mile-an-hour wind in the face. Not talking in the middle of my shot this time, so we're gonna have to come up with a new excuse for why this doesn't get on the green. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Don't want to say perfect, but it almost is. Hole 4, indigo number 8. Make sure we hit that high T6 wood a little bit farther out to the right, which actually worked out pretty well. Dead center this time. Maybe great shot points? Oh yeah, there we go. Every time I think great shot points and then it moves like another hair or two, then I know I'm good. It's when I say great shot points and then the ball just stops. They're like, no, that was 6 feet. Not good enough. So we're going to try the 3 wood again. Just move our tee over. And this time we're going to make sure that we crush it right on over that tree, which is perfect so far. And we're going to be putting. Nice little eagle putt right from the fringe. No chips from the sand or what should have been the sand. Same thing as before. IT5 wood. Watch out for those trees. Nice little love tap from the rock. You can smell what he is cooking. Too close to the rock on this shot. But that actually might, well, it's not going to help us. We're still going to be chipping. But, oh, okay, well, nice little chip for eagle, but the 5 hybrid had other plans, so. All right, not the end of the world because that fence is going to, well, in this case, not disappear. But we can still take our 10.5 degree driver and just hit that bad boy and putting on the green. You're not double eagling this shot unless you are super good, but you're still putting in for eagle. And I hate to do this, but we are actually going to run away for 2 seconds. We'll be right back here. Golden Tee Lounge for this week's Freaky Friday Superscore 2007. All right, sorry about that. Back in the Golden Tee Lounge, you are looking at Game 3 of this week's Freaky Friday Superscore 2007. So a handful of beautiful par 5s and drivable par 4s from Golden Tee Live's second edition, 2007. Hole 8 is Indigo Mound number 14. Nice little straightforward par 5. Nothing too crazy here. Nice little 5 wood from the fairway. Not sure what the play is for hole 9. We'll try a high 5 wood to see how far that gets down the fairway. Actually, that 5 wood does get down there pretty good. So we might have to figure out a way to make magic happen with the 5 wood there. Hole 10, Moose Landing, number 9.
Jim, that's perfect. Peter, what's the run doing?
Nice straightforward par 5. We set ourselves up for the 5 wood, so it rolls down a little bit more to get you closer to eagle. Gus, I was thinking about the 4 wood. I just don't have a 4 wood in my Build-A-Bag as I murder my tee shot on 17 or on 11, 17 at Glacier Ranch. Just completely messed that up.
There should be no problem.
See if we can recover with a nice little eagle hole out here. Hole number 12, Palm Springs 7. We're going to do a nice little high tee 6 wood and crush that bad boy with bite. So even though I have a high tee, because I have the Super Spin 6 iron, it's going to get a little bit of backspin, which is why we have bite instead of backspin, because it really would kick back on us. Nice setup here on 13, par 5 of Rustic Bridge, normally number 15. We're gonna, actually we pushed this one a little bit farther back. We needed the love from the tree that we had last time. This is specifically the hole we put the Zero Hybrid in our bag for. Not a big deal, still gonna get there into, you're gonna lose that spin though, so you might end up having a little bit longer of a putt or even a chip. But that's why next time we'll go ahead and make the adjustments so we don't get as far off the tee box. Hole 14, a nice little early par 4 from Indigo, number 5. Last time we barely, I mean by the skin of our teeth, missed the water shot, missed hitting the water. So that's why I kind of overcut the 6 or the 8 wood there. 3 wood. Well, we tried to do a in between B and C and in between 2 and 3 because every other shot I was going out to the C was just going way too far left, and so now we have the opposite problem. So we're just gonna water it and then chip in for birdie like nothing has ever happened. Hole 16, which is Glacier 18. Nice little 5 wood. We're gonna offset this so the tree's right in front of you. Put backspin on. Make sure you hit it out to the left so that 15, or excuse me, that 14 mile an hour wind will blow it to the right. I probably was a little overprotective there, which is why I'm chipping, because last game my shot actually was so high lofted that it hit the trees in front of the green, which is why you're now watching me just pitter patter around the green for par. But that's all right. This is only game 3. I'm feeling so confident in game 4 that we're going to do so well that I don't actually even need to play game 5. So we're learning a couple of new shots here with this 3rd stream of Freaky Friday, which is what we are supposed to do. And then we're just going to apply it all in game 4 here.
I think it's going to be short. Golfer 1. Eagle. And now the final tee shot of golfer 1.
Hole 18 of Indigo, we're just going to throw out a 9.5 degree driver there. Not as close as the first 2 times, but I'm happy to say that for as difficult as that look is, I've hit that shot consistently. Alright, so just rolling with the punches here. So we are now on game 4. Remember, because this is a daily contest, the course setup is going to stay the same. The pin spots, the tee boxes, the wind, all that is all going to be the same, which is great because we're finally going to land on the green on hole 1, maybe even in the hole. I said maybe even in the hole. No? Okay. All right, well, but we're finally on the green, putting in for eagle. Got some 23,000 great shot points, so actually really good way to start things off here. 23,944 shot points. I am all for that. High tee driver 9.5 degree on hole 2. Again, even though this is a hole 2, that 9-mile-an-hour wind will catch you pretty quickly, so just be careful. Be aware of that. Hole 3, which is rustic number 5, we're going to tee it back to the right. Use a 6-wood. Now remember, the 6-wood is not a club that really cuts well, as perfectly shown by example here. Unintentionally, of course. Hole 4, Indigo Mound number 8, high tee 6-wood. Just crush that baby out to the right a little bit. Didn't get as much distance there. Still going to be putting in for eagle, which is the important thing. This worked out last time. We were going to use the 3-wood on hole 5, which is Moose Landing number 2. We're actually just going to go around these trees. We're going to crush it hard. We're going to hopefully hit the green there. Yeah, look at that. Hitting the green, putting in for the eagle. 10 under after 5, so 5 eagles in a row. High tee 6-wood. We've been using the 5, but I'm going to high tee the 6, and which was clearly the best choice I could have made because I clipped the trees. Should have just stuck with the 5-wood and hoped I had a good second shot, but that's why I'm me. Although I saved the birdie chip, so I will stop beating myself up as much. Excuse me. Try something different here. Not normally the way I go on hole 9 of Palm Springs, but actually worked out pretty well. They'll give us a nice little 8-wood right underneath and next to the tree. Hole 8, Indigo 14, pretty straightforward. We're just going to go ahead and take that driver, hit it straight. Should give us a nice little 5-wood here. Slight elevation change. The green is slightly higher than the fairway, but actually works out to your advantage. Hit that a little bit too far to the right, but still putting in for eagle. Do not have the 4-wood in my build-a-bag, but I'm being told that that is the club to use on hole 9 here. We're going to try to put roll on there. Although this time I just hit it right into the tree, so that's not going anywhere. We're going to just take my G-wedge on a journey to shot of the week. Didn't happen, but it was worth a shot. Hole 10, number 9 from Moose Landing. We're actually going to go 5-wood with no spin, just because we ended up in that rough. So came out a little bit heavier than as if I was in the fairway or even the first cut. Nice C3 here with that 13-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to the left. Should set us up, yep, pretty straight. I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to hit my 0 hybrid. Although I probably should have hit it a little bit better than that. So it looks like we're going to end up playing a game 5 because my ego has been too bruised this week, and we are not ending on that. I also feel like I'm obligated to finish the last 7 holes because we're so deep into this course. Hole 12, Palm Springs, number 7. Nice little drivable par 4 over the little house. High teeth 6 iron, but I do have super spin on my clubs, which is why I put bite on there, because unlike most irons, I will get some kickback the harder I hit with that 6 iron. Almost reminiscent of the original Golden Tee 3D, where backspin was based on how hard you hit the ball. Have the 0 hybrid in my bag. Definitely planned to hit that tree. So this is going to set us up. Now, not perfectly centered, but nice little 0 hybrid shot is going to get us right onto the green. Hopefully it's not too fast. Too fast, too furious over here, but missed the putt for eagle because we already know we're playing a game 5, so that's all right. Hole number 14, Indigo, number 5. Nice little 15-mile-an-hour wind's going to help kick back your shot.
Heading back towards the hole.
I'm going to use the 10.5 degree driver here. That was the in-between BC I was somewhat looking for. So I'm at least on the green. Chipping in for eagle. But of course my 5 hybrid is betraying me. I'm just going to get the rollover city here. 5-wood is the club of choice on hole 16. Almost had the nice hole-in-one with the fringe assist, but I will gladly take no hole-in-one for an eagle. Still no great shot points left since hole 1, which I desperately wish I could go back to and start this game over mentally. But it's alright. Palm Springs number 16, nice little par 5. I'm going to take my 6 iron and cut it into the wind a bit just to slow that ball down. Have a nice little downhill putt, only going to be 27 feet away, but dead center of the cup for eagle. And if all's well that ends well, or some nice phrase like that, So as long as hole 18 treats us right, we should be 30 under.
Spin's bringing it back.
So tying our best score. So let's get one more game in. All right, final game here in the Golden Tee Lounge. Freaky Friday, Superscore 2007. Enjoying the tunes of Golden Tee 89 in the background for our menu screen.
We've got great weather here at Glacier Ranch.
So let's see, now that we've got the correct bag, I could have put a forward in my bag, but I was just too lazy to be real honest with you. Oh, that's not good. Definitely pushed my 10.5 degree driver to the right there, so we are going to hopefully be chipping in.
Not good at all. Hitting from a terrible angle.
So not chipping in for eagle on hole 1, but still plenty of scoring opportunities. Again, if you're just joining us, Superscore 2007 Freaky Friday Daily Contest. $4,200 on the line, 36 under par.
I can't believe that distance. What a drive.
Call for one with a follow-up.
Not sure what it is about this hole, but every shot I've hit has like that 9-mile-an-hour wind, whether I hit a hybrid or a wood, has just eaten my golf ball to the right. So oddity there, but hole 3, rustic number 5. Get a nice 6-wood out there. This is also going to go in the water because why wouldn't it? Oh, look at that. This will stop me from quitting and starting another game until that. Okay, so
That was not the intended effect.
daily contest. There's a point where you know that you cannot beat your score. Your current score on leaderboard, you know that with a couple mistakes you've made that you just can't beat your score, which is why we are just going to go ahead and quit out, and we're going to play game 5.5 and make sure that we get everything done the right way here.
A beautiful morning here at Glacier Ranch.
That way when you guys get out there and play, you have the right shots to hit.
Peter Jacobson.
All right, so we're chipping.
This is where hitting your fairways is so important.
That's okay, because we kick things off on game 5.5 with a little asterisk.
The team, let's go for one.
I don't think this will clear the sand, Jim. Did anyone talk to Woodwhacker?
Yeah, one thing I haven't had to explain because until game 5.5, be careful if you don't clear that sand trap and you get stuck on that rough, because it is a little lopsided and you will have to hit a 5 or 3 wood there. Not bad in our case, but just want to make sure we note that. I made sure that I hit that shot at least 10 times farther out than I did last game, but apparently it wasn't good enough. So we're just going to walk away with a birdie there and just pretend like that never happened. Indigo Mound number 8, high tee 6 wood. Apparently every one of my shots in game 6 is just going to be offset by a few degrees to the left or the right, so we're going to be chipping in everything. Hole number 5, Moose Landing 2. Nice 3 wood. We're just going to crush that around the trees. Catch the green for a nice little putt in for eagle. I'm going to go back to my high tee 5 wood because I tried using 6 to get a better layup spot and then hit a tree. And that set off the motion of the awful game 5. Thrivid, WT, thank you for joining us from Twitch. Hopefully, what you're going to witness in Game 6 of this week's Freaky Friday Daily Contest on Golden Tee will actually be some good shots. You missed a bad shot, but that's all right. We are on track to shoot a much better score than we were earlier. That'll be perfect. Nice little 8-wood. Don't think well, maybe I did hit that out to the left enough.
This'll be close.
That should not have gotten as much backspin, but would have been nice to drop that double eagle in and get ourselves back on par pace, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. I can't be too upset. It's so hot in the Golden Tee Lounge that my Apple Watch is leaving marks on my poor arm, so had to fix that. Thrivid, thank you for joining. Appreciate you being a fan, and hopefully this is one of many streams that you'll join us on. We've got the big Golden Tee World Championship coming up next week in Las Vegas, Friday through Sunday. 2 qualifying spots on the line in our closest to the pin contest on Friday, so if you happen to be anywhere near Vegas or know anybody that lives out that way,
Looks bad.
oh, come on. More great shot points. No love of the shot dropping in the cup, though. But, Thrivid, if you happen to know anybody who lives in Vegas or near Vegas or get out there next week, $135,000 prize pool. Total prize pool across the board next week, over $135,000. So it's going to be a good time. But we appreciate you for being a fan of us and joining us for your first time. I think that kind of describes how I felt all stream. Should probably switch to the 4-wood, or actually, if I hit that out a little bit farther to the right, might be okay. And a chipped 5 hybrid, just a little too hot there. Matt, I have to say, I hope Andy Pope wins because he's a Golden Tee player. Honestly, it's been so crazy around here, I really haven't had a chance to watch much of the Open other than a few highlights here and there. So, can't really give you a good prediction. But I will predict that we are going to get more great shot points with this little 8-wood shot. Especially because we put release on it. Oh yeah, shots, stop. Oh, come on, it's just rolled past enough to not get shot points. That's alright though. Hole 11, number 17 of Glacier. We're going to hit that full C3. I didn't get as much out to the 3, but I think it actually worked out better for us. It's going to set up us nice and straight. Going to hit... Actually, I'm going to hit the 10.5 degree driver because I do not want to go into the water on this hole again. I don't think I can emotionally take it. Barely clearing the fringe there, but guess what? All that matters is we're putting in for eagle on hole 11. So we are 20 after 11 holes. Again, for those of you just joining us, this is a Freaky Friday daily contest. The Superscore 2007. So par on this course is 36 under. So when you see me 20 under after 11, don't think that we are cheating or doing anything crazy. That is just set up to be 36 under par. So it's one of the fun things that we've done on Fridays for a couple of years now. Various contests between myself and Adam and some others that have thought of creative ideas. Hole 13 is Rustic Bridge 15. Put the Zero Hybrid in our Build-A-Bag specifically for this. This actually might set us up. Nope, offset it again. That's alright though. But this Zero Hybrid is a perfect club. That actually might go in. That might go in. Please go in. Just a bit outside. But that Zero Hybrid really useful for this 2007 setup, even if you only use it a few holes. You got to remember, all of our Superscore courses from the classic years of Golden Tee are drivable par 4s or par 5s, you know, where there's not drivable par 5s in 2007, but in newer courses you'll get a couple of drivable par 5s. So you really shouldn't have to worry as much about the wedge, whether it's a pitching wedge or a G wedge or anything like that that you have in your bag. So that's why I said, okay, I've got a G wedge for when I water shots that should not have gone anywhere near the water like that. And then of course, this hole here, we're actually going to try a high zero hybrid because nothing else has actually worked.
Well, better leaves than wood, I guess.
Clipped the trees, but didn't clip enough of them to
What do you make of it?
make too much of a difference. Always forget that I'm using a G wedge, as I was literally just talking about. Hey, don't worry about the wedges. The hope is that you get these shots on the green in one. Marshall Wild's calling for a Rory win this weekend. I could see Rory doing it. I heard he's been playing well, so that's actually a pretty good prediction. Hole 16, we almost hit an ace on earlier, the 4th or 5th game, whatever it was, because of a nice little fringe hop. As you can see, playing a lot safer this time. But the nice thing is we are on pace for 31, so as much as I'd love to stay even later and stream some more, I think we are going to hole out on 17 for a double eagle. We're going to hit 18 for a hole in one on a par 4, which we've been pretty close so far. And then we're going to walk away with a 33, and I'm going to feel so happy. And then I remember who I am and hit silly shots like that.
As sand goes, this isn't the worst. Jim, from this rough, the ball will probably come out a little high.
Okay, so that was just a really bad shot.
Hole for one is ready to tee off for the last time today.
Willie's got the tall stuff here.
Excellent work.
All right, well, unfortunately, not the finish that we wanted. Just a couple of pars on a few bad holes there. 3 birdies, 2 pars, the rest eagles. Still not a bad score. Man. All right, what the hell? I got nothing to do tonight anyways except relax. We'll play one more, and then I don't care if I shoot a 38
Good check in.
or if I shoot an 18. Absolutely getting out of the Golden Tee Lounge after that. We're going to drink some water. Superscore
It's great to be here today with the one and only
in this Freaky Friday contest.
of Golfer One.
That's a beautiful start.
There you have it, folks.
Great shot points to kick things off. Deep breath, release, and let's make things happen.
Ready to tee off. Peter, he's in the fairway.
Just a little short there.
He's got the eagle. Golfer One at the tee.
All right, if this goes in the water, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm just quitting and going home. Because it's been a long week. And I can't handle this shot going in the water one more time. So look at that. I guess we're playing through the rest of the game because
This one back up. Golfer
as we almost missed the eagle putt, which would have been very fitting for my game today. High T 6 wood on hole number 4 here. Indigo number 8. Hit that a little bit harder than before.
That's a nice shot to the green there.
Not bad though.
Back in the bag. Don't need it.
All right, this one, hole number 5, which is normally Glacier, or excuse me, Moose Landing 2. We're gonna just take that 3 wood, clear all those obstacles. Almost off of the flag, right into the cup, but I will take the eagle putt in. Perfect. All right, we're gonna try the 6 wood again. Look at that, avoid the trees, but now I'll probably bounce off the rock in the water. Oh wow, how did I call that? That's amazing. Absolutely, positively amazing. Can't believe that that happened, that I finally got a nice setup, and then nice setup going, and then do that. So,
Well, it's in the rough, Jim.
try to stick around and make the fans happy, and then just doesn't always work the way you want it to.
Got good wood on that.
Peter, will it fly the hazard?
Well, the positive of whatever just happened on hole 7, which is palm number 9, is that my Zero Hybrid had so much backspin on it when it hit the green that it caused my shot to hit the sidewall of the water and kick up and not go in the water. So we've got that going for us.
It's golf for 1.
Everything else not going so hot here.
Nice tee shot. That's in for a 3. Great eagle. Golf for 1, ready to hit.
Hole number 9, rustic 11 is going to be pretty difficult to get there in 1.
Get there.
I was told by a few people that the 4 wood is the club of choice.
Birdie putt. Golf for 1 on tee. Got all of that one. Peter, does he need to worry about the wind?
The wind will push the shot.
We're going to take a nice little 8 wood with release. Didn't get as far left as we wanted for
On the green.
the old shot points, but that's all right.
Eagle. Golf for 1 is ready to tee off.
Nice big C3 there. Nice with hole 11, which is normally Glacier 17. You want to make sure you get that out as far as possible because then there's a better likelihood of you being set up center to the shot and not offset.
Watch the spin. It's coming back.
Put it on the card. Eagle free. Next up, golf for 1.
All right, we're going to high tee our 6 iron, but this time we're not going to put any spin on it.
With the putter, trying for eagle. Let's watch the tee shot of golf for 1.
All right, hole number 13, Indigo 15.
It caught the leaf.
Nice little Zero Hybrid setup.
Peter, what more can you tell us about the wind?
He's got a strong wind at his back. You should see some added distance here.
He'll be happy with this. Golf for 1 with a try for eagle.
All right, we're gonna make sure that we don't go in the water this time for hole 14 because, frankly, I can't handle it anymore.
Watch this. Golfer one, and eagle. On tee now, golfer one.
All right, hole 15. We're gonna do a high 3-wood. Nice little soft bounce. Oh, there we go. We finally got the love tap that I was looking for. And it goes in the water. If anything described that this Freaky Friday daily contest stream more perfectly, I don't know what it is. Hole 16, Glacier number 18. Nice little 5-wood that, well, may get it there. Look at that nice little fringe love.
Now the tee shot.
That's huge.
All right, this is our last shot at shooting better than a 30, so we're barely gonna miss it.
From just off the dance floor. Nice chip.
Although we've been getting pretty close on hole 18 here. Not the last couple of looks, but the ones that before that, we've actually had some really good shots. Barely gonna miss it. But I think we might have the great shot point record, so I've got that going for me. So, before I get any more happier than I already am, you are looking at this week's Freaky Friday Daily Contest, the Superscore 2007. Some of our favorite, or after tonight, my most hated creations of Golden Tee 2007. But $4,200 something in the prize pool, 300 spots paid. You have, let's see, how many hours left to play? 6 hours and 45 minutes. $383 top prize. 36 under par is what you should be close to shooting, and actually should get you some nice chunk of change back. So for more information on the Freaky Friday Daily Contest, go to goldentee.com, and under the Golden Tee logo, look under Daily Contest. Of course, you'll see all the information about the World Championships, the ESPN news, and we'll hopefully have a couple streams for you next week before we get out in Las Vegas and things get crazy and hectic. So, from the Golden Tee Lounge, have a great Friday. Get out there, play. Send us your great shots from YouTube before Sunday afternoon for your chance to make shots of the week. And from the Golden Tee Lounge, Kevin Lindsay saying good night. Be safe, be careful, and we'll catch you next week.